Hello everyone, John Henderson here, back again, another Beer Ramble edition. Today we're looking at Oskar Blues IPA, based in Longmont, Colorado, and Brevard, North Carolina. I was going through some of my videos of the beers I've done with Oskar, and I realized I did not do their IPA, which is one of their yearly staples, or yearly beers that are available year-round, I should say. I've done their Mama Yellow Pills, I've done their Dale's Pale Ale, I've done the Piner, Pinner, and I've done the 1050, as well as the 1050 barrel age Imperial Stout. So those are the three I've done. So I have not done their IPA, and the G-Night Double IPA as well. So, making a mess. So, anyway, 6.43 ABV. It's an odd number for ABV. You could have said 6.4 instead of 6.43, but oh well. Here's what the beer looks like. I haven't been doing that many reviews, guys. I've just been very swamped at work, so I'm going to try to keep this, or maybe go back to what I said, make it a weekly thing, because my day is about to get very filled with a lot of stuff, activities I've been doing, work-related stuff, also stuff for this upcoming event I have in May. Stay tuned for that. So, as I said, this beer is available year-round. I'm very particular about certain IPAs I like to have. I think Goose, to me, stands out a lot better. Goose IPA, the Voodoo Ranger used to be Ranger, but now Voodoo Ranger by New Belgium. I also like the Abita Raw Iron IPA, which I think is still being made. So I see the Big Easy IPA, which was replacing another IPA that they had. That Abita had put out a couple years ago. So definitely a hint and smell of your typical standard mosaic hops, Cascade hops in this. Definitely some citrus. There's almost like a grapefruit scent to this. So 6.3, I guess you can 0.3%. I guess is on the borderline of a double or your session IPA, but I'm leaning more towards a double IPA, which has a lot more higher alcohol content and not as hoppy, maybe more hoppy, I guess. So, down the hatch. You know, has that taste. Definitely some of that flavors I mentioned, and that bitter finish going down the end, but definitely have some good hops to this beer. Definitely getting some grapefruit. Lemon finish going down, but it's good. Again, I'm particular about certain IPAs I like, or I'll go to or gravitate towards. This is all right. So, it would be the best to kind of pair IPAs, you can really nowadays compare IPAs to a lot of different styles of food. I mean, Italian dishes, um, you know, dishes that deal with a lot of poultry, even some seafood dishes actually can go well with this. You know, to me, more so the session IPAs, I would say, have become more and more of that type, becoming more and more of that you can just, like a lager, compare with anything. Wings, you know, pasta dishes, burgers and fries, you know, barbecue. I mean, anything. You compare with whatever. Kind of like a Colorasi Paisano. You can compare it with anything. Paisano! I love that one, by the way. You know, so, yeah, I mean, it's okay. I mean, it's kind of odd number for that, for it to be a 6.3%, 4.3%. Anyway, I started doing a video of this, and I didn't like how the way that video turned out, so I had to redo that video again, and to see that it had to be done a little better. You know, I just didn't like it. So, long story. I just did not like the video at all. But anyway, so now I'm doing it again. So, yeah. So this again, the brewery. Again, they have 2 locations: Longmont, Colorado, Brevard, North Carolina. They're, again, if you ever get a chance to try their beers, of course, their Dale's Pale Ales, their signature or their flagship beer, as well as this, the Pilsner Mama Little Yellow Pills. As I did into some seasonal beers, of course, the G Night, which is a sort of a double IPA, I believe it was. Also, again, of course, I'm very biased towards the 1050, which is, to me, an excellent Russian Imperial Stout. I mean, really good. And folks, you really got to try that if you haven't. And then, of course, they did the barrel age. And as the weather's about to get a little more cooler now, and we're in fall, so. But IPAs, you could, like lagers, you can have them year-round no matter what. They're not like summer or spring sort of things. Me personally, I'm kind of that way, you know, like, okay, this is a summer beer, this is a winter beer, this is that beer, this is a, you know, on certain ones, like porters or stouts. I usually drink those in the winter. I just do. That's kind of how I roll. So, anyway, so the brewery is putting out some good stuff. If you get a chance, I'm sure they do tours. And I think these were the first of the craft breweries to really beginning canning all of their beers. Everyone was always doing bottles and whatnot, but I think they were the first that started to can, because it just either cost or either just, you know, in terms of you don't have to worry of the beer being skunk or this or that, sunlight, which can definitely change the taste of the beer, you know, if you're transporting it or, you know, storing it in some location, you know. So, so I believe they were the first to do so. Again, 2 locations of their brewery, and in North Carolina, as is with Colorado, which has always been that way. An interesting place in terms of good stuff comes out in terms of beers, craft beers. You know, maybe just the Colorado River, the water, how things are just, you know, produced and made in that state. And North Carolina also has become a hotbed of beers as well. So craft beers, which I've known that since 2003 when I was last up there. And that was 2004 when I was last up in the state of North Carolina, just visiting, driving through the area. 2005, I should say that. I'm sorry. I need to go back and visit that state again. I love this state. I love Raleigh. A friend of mine doesn't care for Raleigh much, but anyway, I think so. She says it's just too dull, and so Charlotte where she wants to go. So anyway, that is my score on this. I'm going to give this thing a B+. This is a 8.7 B+ for the IPA by Oskar Blues Brewery. Very, very good. B+, about fair score for this. Prefer other IPAs, again, as I mentioned, I'm biased towards, I'll lean towards, but this is pretty good. Join us for the Beer Room. Keep on watching as always. Cheers. And that is my day. No more talking.